Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sports Shorts Daily. Ronnie Rance, Tommy Christan with you on this Friday, TGIF Friday edition of Sports Shorts. Gorgeous day out there today. It is football weather. It is golf weather. The Tigers are in action. As frustrated as you are, one of the great reasons to live in Louisiana and to live in Baton Rouge even is to go to LSU football home. The weather should be nice tomorrow. Get out there, enjoy it. It be with 75,000 friends of yours. That's my prediction on the actual number of fans in the stands, and enjoy LSU football while you have it. And other than that, Pels are in action tonight in New Orleans, back at the Blender, trying to do something to turn around this disastrous season. LSU basketball, a little afternoon businessman special about 1:30 today, I think, Tommy. The
Yeah,
Tigers are in action.
they're 4-0 and they're playing Pitt. Pitt's 5-0. Somebody's going to get their first loss. Pitt, a 6.5-point favorite at the PMAC.
No, that's actually on the road. Greenbrier, West Virginia is where that's being played. The Greenbrier Classic. They play today, and then they'll play, I think, the winner of Wisconsin Central Florida on Sunday, something like that, over at Greenbrier in West Virginia. All right, TK, first off, before we get to a little LSU Saints talk, yesterday was the Casey McKenzie Ronnie Ranch Challenge. Basically, here's what happened. At the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame golf tournament on Monday, the celebrity event at the U Club, super successful event. Casey decided to run his mouth and made the comment in front of witnesses that he thought I could not break 100 from any course in Baton Rouge, provided he was standing there sweating me on each shot, maybe talking a little smack. He thought I could not. He was willing to throw out the number $500. I accepted the challenge. I picked Beaver Creek Golf Course, a break facility in Zachary, one of my favorite golf courses in Baton Rouge, not named the big three country clubs, and shot an 89, Tommy, and actually left some strokes out there on the course. So the easiest $500 I ever made. I birdied the very first hole and hole number 10. It was just no bueno for him.
Hey, Mr. 89, I got that in all the promos for today's show. And of course, our text thread, I had to throw that in there yesterday. Hey, I'm impressed. Look, I told people you would break 100 because you're mentally tough enough to not let Casey bother you. I mean, you played for Skip Bertman. I mean, he railed you more than once, and he did that to every player. But it was wonderful when I saw that you had shot the 89. Wasn't even close. I mean, hey, that's what Casey gets for running his mouth.
So Buzzy is 72.6, and I'm 89 in your phone, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I changed it all up. Yeah,
Yeah.
89. When it says 89, Colin, I know it's you.
Yeah, Buzzy Hydell, by the way, shot 72 with 6 birdies at Augusta National. His first time ever playing it. The year first year he was a gallery guard for the Masters, so he still holds the record for the coolest round ever. All right, TK. So besides, it's funny when you win like that, and the guy pays you cold hard cash with 5 hundos. The sweet tea tastes better. The hamburger after the round tastes better. The air feels crisper and fresh. It was a magical day and hasn't stopped. Hopefully it'll be magical tomorrow in Tiger Stadium, but the Tigers are getting a lot of heat for these gold jerseys, white pants, white helmets that they're going to be wearing for only the second time ever in Tiger Stadium. I mean, we talk about it a lot on this show because you and I are old fogies, but the whole traditional thing is out the window. Not only are they having a bad year, we're losing 3 in a row right now, but now they're going to compound it with some ugly ass uniforms.
It's amazing. And look, and of course, the whole Bryce Underwood story. It's not a good month, as many people have said, for LSU football. And look, you said an actual crowd of 75,000. I don't think it's that big. I mean, it's Thanksgiving, the beginning of the Thanksgiving week, the holiday. Lots of people traveling, doing whatever. And it's just, I don't think it's going to be that many people. And Vanderbilt's coming in at plus 240 on the money line. Half of the Advocate staff pick Vandy to win straight up. So Vanderbilt, who would have thought both of these teams would be 6-4 coming into this game? But they are. And what is LSU going to play for? I mean, it's kind of, I don't think it's going to be a big crowd.
Speaking of Bryce Underwood, not that it affects wins and losses this year, but you got to believe that there is a definite disappointment in the building over there. Not only is there a disappointment because you've lost three in a row, but there's a disappointment in that Bryce Underwood, the young man from Michigan who's been committed to LSU for a year, number one player in the country, and the centerpiece of your class, that when you have him, he brings other players to the class, is now officially flipped to Michigan. He'll sign in 12 days with the Wolverines. This is not a shock. We've talked about it on this show. Once Dave Portnoy and once Michigan started getting involved from a standpoint of realizing we have got to have this guy. Michigan's had a disastrous year. They are reeling from the loss of Harbaugh and the scandal, and they got to go all in, and they have gone all in. Reports of 10.5 million. Um, Matt Moscona, of course, on After Further Review on ESPN Radio in Baton Rouge and everywhere else, said yesterday he felt like he knew the numbers of what LSU was offering, of what Michigan was somewhat offering, and that those numbers weren't necessarily that far apart, but probably the guaranteed money, the upfront money, the cash on the barrel right now, a lot more from Michigan than LSU. All that said, this does not surprise me. I said it on this show. I thought Bryce Underwood would sign with Michigan. He was going to flip. He's the hero of that state. He's from Michigan. So imagine he's getting more money than anyone ever. Plus, he's now the hero. Everywhere that guy goes, everywhere that his family goes, he is being hailed as the king. This just does not surprise me. And I don't hold it against the young man.
Well, you said it on Sports Shows Radio last Saturday too, and his high school's about 20 minutes away from Ann Arbor, from the University of Michigan. So, you're right. He's like the most important person in Michigan right now. It's certainly in the sports world. And, I don't blame the kid at all. I blame the NCAA for not getting out in front of this NIL portal stuff many, many years ago when they should have. We've said that. Everybody's said that. And this is just another example. So now LSU has to do one of two things. They got to embrace the NIL and go stronger. LSU fans don't like it when I say this, but LSU doesn't have the money, the same amount of money as many, many other schools. Some LSU fans don't want to believe that, but it's true. They don't have the money that Michigan, and I can make a long list of other schools that are ahead of LSU. LSU's ahead of some people, but LSU's got to figure out, what they can do now going forward, finish up this season, play in some bowl game, and then, turn things around in 2025. Because if they don't turn things around in 2025, then they will replace Brian Kelly at this time next year.
I look, they've got to go all in on Nussmeier and kumbaya him, and let's hope he has a good couple of games. Let's hope that LSU can re-recruit Garrett Nussmeier, because if you don't have him, what you have on your roster is just tremendous inexperience. That doesn't bode well in college football when you've got players with inexperience at quarterback. And you can say, well, you've got that money freed up to go in the portal to get a quarterback, but are you going to hit a homer? I would rather, if I was LSU, I'd rather have Garrett Nussmeier back next year than go into portal and take a guy that you think might even be better than Garrett Nussmeier. You know what I mean? So you got to do whatever you got to do to try, because I don't think Garrett Nussmeier has done enough. I think he's played poorly enough at times this year to where he's taken himself out of the first round. That's what I'd like to think. I didn't think he was a top 10, top 15 pick when they kind of had him projected in some things a month or so ago. But I also don't think – I think if Garrett Nussmeier came out, he's a third-round pick.
Here's what they got. Here's what they got to convince Nussmeier. Look what Joe Burrow did when he came back to LSU. Look what Jaden Daniels did when he came back to LSU. Now, that doesn't mean Nussmeier would win the Heisman, but he has to look at that from a development standpoint. And then if he can come back and lead this team, who knows what could happen? We don't know. But I think he has to look at that, like you said, third, fourth round pick in the NFL and get lost in the shuffle somewhere. Come back to LSU, play in the best conference in America, and and see if you can improve your stock and if you can make LSU a better football team. With him, there'll be a better football team than anybody on the roster right now, and anybody that they might could go get, not named Bryce Underwood. And there was no guarantee Underwood would have started the first game when he got here, even if Nussmeier was here. But that's off the table as we know it today. They got to re-recruit Nussmeier, like you said, get him to come back.
Nussmeier's lack of athleticism, I think, keeps him out of being a first-round pick, especially. I mean, even if he has a great last two games and has a good combine, I think his lack of athleticism hinders him in this modern era of football where you got to be able to move and scramble and run and escape, and he has zero of that. So that is why he's a guy, in my opinion, that is not going to be a first-round pick. I think he's been exposed. His lack of athleticism has been exposed so much, and the fact that he doesn't take care of the football, he has got to improve on that if he has dreams of a first-round pick. Or he may be like, you know what, I've been in Baton Rouge too long. I'm going to take my chances. I feel like at worst I can be on the roster as a third-string quarterback, and I'd rather just learn that way versus one more year. Who knows? Tommy, I got a quick meeting I got to run to. I'm going to jump off. If you would, just give the folks your picks, of course, for LSU and Saints this weekend. And we'll see you tomorrow morning on Sports Shorts Radio and 104.5 in Baton Rouge, and, of course, ESPN Radio, Lafayette, and Lake Charles.
All right, sounds good. Don't forget Tremonti's right here. They got gift cards available. Order your turkeys now. Fried turkey, rotisserie turkey, smoked turkey. They got turducken here. Everybody wants a turducken. They got them right here at Tremonti's. Everything you need from bourbon to vodka to wine, great wine selection, all the side dishes, desserts. Tremonti's has it going on, but you need to stop by now. You need to call up, make it happen. Go to Facebook, go to Instagram. Tremonti's gift cards, the turkeys, ham. I ordered a ham. I'm taking a ham to my daughter's house for Thanksgiving. So you can get it all at Tremonti's. Stop by, call, whatever you got to do, get it done at Tremonti's Meat and Seafood. Again, as Ronnie said, don't forget Sports Shorts Radio tomorrow morning from the ESPN Bet Sportsbook in the LeBares Casino in Baton Rouge, 10 a.m. to 12 noon on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, as well as ESPN Southwest Radio covering Lafayette and Lake Charles. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. Enjoy this great weather. LSU Vandy tomorrow. We'll give you some predictions on that. Saints have the open date. We'll keep track of all of that. On behalf of Ronnie Rance, join us tomorrow morning for Sports Shorts Radio. And, of course, as always, like and share this show. Doesn't matter whether you're on Facebook, X, or Twitter. Like and share this show. That helps everybody out a lot. I'm Tommy Christ. Have a great day, everyone.